Good evening, Rocket League fans. Welcome to Minor League
And
Doubles.
there's still a big chance here for anyone to take this in regulation, and this is
No!
10 seconds are gone in the ball.
With both members of Orange out of net right now, towards the net. This is a need. Numerics puts it in. This game's not over yet.
Bring out your predictions. Bring out your scores. Let's see where we go. Game 7. Winner moves on. Loser goes home. Fridge in position. Scores.
Just an insane series.
I just typed the chat. I can feel my heartbeat. It's so tense.
What a series.
Guys, welcome back to Showdown Sunday as we are gonna get into the second series of 3 on this night. And for those that are just joining, we are putting an effort together to raise money for the American Red Cross for the cause of Hurricane Harvey relief out to those in the Houston area that are affected by the tropical storm. I'm along with inanimate Jay now as Achieves has taken his leave. And Jay, good matchup coming up here.
Yeah, the Lightning trying to chase down the Sharks, who gave up a lot of ground this week with their loss to the Spartans for that wildcard spot. The Storm Division very much so in the hunt for both of them out of the Blue Conference. The Comets, on the other hand, looking to play spoiler here. A big win for them will probably help out a number of teams in that Blue Conference race, not the least of whom are the Jets. They will play later tonight off stream. But it's going to be up to the Comets to try and salvage a bit here, play a little bit of spoiler against a very strong Lightning roster that, losing a player in the last week, Ninja Rider to retirement. Goose, his replacement, will make his debut here in Week 9, alongside Kendo playing in support of the American Red Cross himself. He's got himself a very special Fashion League edition of the car ready to go.
I'm always excited to see that. As far as totals for the evening, guys, $356 is where we are at, trying to hit $1,000 on the donation bar just underneath us. As had a couple of bits come in as well from different people, 1 here, 10 here, no big deal. But the bits are not what we're trying to focus on. Definitely use that Streamlabs link if you can, and it's using the donate command in chat, as that will go immediately to Hurricane Harvey relief. The bits will take some time because of Twitch payout schedules and things of that nature. So please use the Streamlabs link and help out if you guys can. But Comets and Lightning about to do battle here in that Storm Division. Should be a good one as we get the teams in and ready to go. 5-game series. Going to be on your screen is Kendo and Goose for the Lightning, going to be in the blue. Comets and have Badger Milk and Clumsy Term in that Comet orange. Jay, are you ready? I'm ready. Let's get this game going.
Yeah, I'm ready. My body's ready.
My body is ready. Okay. My mind is telling me no. Okay. Anyway, moving on. Scoreless as we get going. Blame the Chiefs. Blame it. That's all I'm going to say. This is going to be a chance immediately for Clumsy Term, and it's going to get sent away on the near side. Going to be up the side. Chance for the Lightning to move out. Goose puts us into offensive territory, but not for very long. Clumsy Term and Kendo go for a 50 near the midfield stripe. Kendo wins the better of that exchange. Puts it around that wall. Towards the halfway line. Badger Milk gets it immediately taken away by Kendo. Clumsy is going to try to force this issue. 50, and it will go into the offensive corner. He'll turn towards it. Tried to get a center into the middle, but it's taken away. The Lightning can move out. Offensive chance, but a good backline defense by really both teams early in this game have us setting a pace for a defensive battle.
And neither team really getting a lot of consistent offense on frame right now. A couple of quick chances back and forth here on DFH Stadium. The Lightning should be feeling at home here. It's the Storm Division. Stormy on the field, but the Comets will strike first as Clumsy Term will sneak that one underneath the challenge.
You can see where this all went wrong, and it was the bounce. Because I think if he doesn't bounce that, Goose has a good shot at taking that one in the air.
A little bit there. It's a good sharp play down to try and get that in. Not a lot of velocity on the ball, but it's enough to confuse the Lightning defense as Kendo went up for it. And unfortunately, Goose a little bit too far out. Couldn't really deal much with it. Now it's 1-0.
Kendo in the Merc. Interesting card choice for him. Not his normal outfit, if I remember correctly.
No, he's a Merc player. Can confirm.
Oh, he is
very,
a Merc player.
very frequently Merc player.
Okay, fair enough. I don't remember seeing him in the Merc before, so that's lack of information by me. No problem. He's going to get a good touch here near side. That one's going to roll in, and Kendo ties the game at 1.
Good aggressive challenge here from Kendo, grabbing the side boost, picks off this weak play from Badger Milk. Not really a direct pass to his teammate, Clumsy Term, as he tries to come out. Kendo sniping the angle, catching the Comets in transition. That's a tie game here, 1-1 still. Lots of time left on the clock.
1:38 gone in this first game as we'll go out to Goose, who will put up the sidewall. Comes off the ramp, taking his time. He is going to jump, but it's going to be well wide of the intended target where the ball was. Badger Milk gets us towards half, and Kendo is going to take this one away. Kendo's still lurking. That ball will go into the air well over half towards that blue net. Missing on the attempt to clear it away is Goose. Kendo's been a tough spot, but that one's going to go off the bar. Badger Milk misses an opportunity, and we are tied up at 1 apiece.
A little bit hesitant from a couple of these players right now as they're still trying to settle in. You gotta wonder if Goose's nerves with his debut here for the league might be playing a factor right now. Still just before halftime now. Both of these teams trading a couple of weak opportunities, but nothing quality at Curtis. And that's probably going to come down to 1 goal here in the final bit of the game to decide a winner.
And it'll be on Kendo to calm down his teammate a little bit. I think you are right. I certainly remember the first time I played in MLD, there was definitely some nerves. So I can feel for him right now. I've been in that spot, as have most of us in this community. So it's a scenario worth watching as we remain tied up at 1. Kendo with a good Merc demo. This is going to be sent towards that blue back line. Chance in front for the Comets. Clumsy Term off the bar, down. It's still going towards the line, and Kendo, no panic in that man, is able to knock it off the back line.
100% chill on that one, but the problem with the shot is the speed at which Clumsy Term drives into it. Doesn't pre-jump on that one. When you pre-jump, you keep the ball down, it'll just go straight in the net, and that's all he had to do. But when you get that Octane hitbox underneath the ball, it scoops it up, and then you get those bar down away kind of plays, and you end up clenching so hard and can't get it over the line.
Minute 26 left. This will go into the mid. Clumsy Term gets that one taken away from him, but he gets it right back. This is an opportunity if he can cut the angle. Kendo is going to cut off that angle really, really well. And with a minute 14 left, it remains a 1-1 game until possibly this. This is going to roll up the ramp, though. Tough for Kendo to do much with it, and he's not going to be able to get it towards the front as Clumsy Term gets the clear. Going into that offensive corner are the Comets. Clumsy is going to work it into the middle. A little bit of a miss there by Kendo. Does eventually get contact on it. And Goose is going to try to take possession on the side wall. Goose pass out to Kendo. Kendo puts it deep. Looking for one more touch. And Kendo going for another demo there on the back line. This is going to be back towards that blue net. Far side. Another big area of physical play from Kendo as he gets one, foiling an offensive opportunity.
So critical to get that demo as well, because Comets player, I believe it was Badger Milk, was the one lurking right there looking for that shot as Goose misses a clear in front of his own net. 20 seconds to go here. Next goal has to win it. Very
close there. Nice little flick attempt, but all for naught as the Lightning will try to move out. Taking possession in that Merc, trying a dribble play. Badger Milk forces the issue. This will go in front, shot on net, scores! 2-1 with 3 seconds to go, and the Comets might have clinched game 1.
I can hear the Lightning fans dying in the chat. I hear everybody else chasing a Blue Conference wildcard cheering as Badger Milk catches Kendo in possession, goes after that one with an open net as Goose misses the challenge, and that's a late possible game winner here for the Comets, but
maybe
no,
not.
It won't!
On net, scores! It's Goose on the 0 seconds. What a cheat up, and we are tied.
You know you need to win this one, and the Merc is so perfect for that kill. Gets the wheel well on it. Goose right in. Perfect shot. Tie game. Overtime. Let's go.
No way. Very, very good play. You know Kendo is communicating that to Goose the entire way. Goose gets his first MLD goal. Congratulations, sir. This will be back into the Lightning end as we've started OT. In front.
Oh, great
Comets,
shot.
Chance scores. It's Badger Milk clinching game 1 for the Comets.
You know how I talked about you have to pre-jump to get your shots down? Badger Milk reads that bounce perfectly, gets the wheels on it, caresses it into the goal. Kendo helpless to get there. The Comets take it in OT.
And how about that? We had a very, very stale period with not a lot of goals, and then all of a sudden we have 3 in about 10 full game seconds time, and it's a Comets 3-2 win as they take a 1-0 lead in the series.
That is a critical win for all the teams chasing down that Blue Conference wildcard spot, as the Lightning, with around 25 wins currently coming into this week, and a 5-0 sweep would have put them out of reach of a number of chasing teams. So you can see the Blizzard, and I believe a couple of the other teams, the Hawks included, need an 0-5 here for the Lightning to have any hope of getting back into this one. And I mean,
4 wins left.
Yeah, if that doesn't get the blood pumping, I don't know what will. But you know what? speaking of the blood and the Red Cross, check out the donate command, guys. We are raising money for the Hurricane Harvey Relief Fund right now. $356 of our $1,000 goal already reached, and I promise you, if we get to $1,000, I will end the stream with brain power.
The memes have taken over. So if we can get there, guys, let's go ahead and do it. Red Cross needs your help. Hurricane Harvey victims, 51 confirmed deceased from Hurricane Harvey, dozens more missing. Those families need your help to basically put their lives back together, if at all possible. So please, if you have anything to give, even if it's $1, please, the donate command is in chat. This will be a chance for the Lightning as we get back into action here. Scoreless in game 2. Clumsy's going to have a chance to cut the corner if Kendo lets him. And it'll pop back out for Badger Milk. He goes far side and in. 1-0 lead.
Smart bump as well, as Clumsy Term comes through. Just gets enough into Kendo right there as Badger Milk makes the shot. Kendo can't make the save as he's losing a wheel on the ground. It's smart, it's great, and the Comets are up 1-0 early as they carry forward from game 1.
32 seconds in. Comets have a 1-0 lead. Starting out very, very well in this series for them and the rest of those in that Blue Conference. This is going to be up in to the corner for the Lightning. Chance for Goose to move it towards net. Not very much pace on that shot as Badger Milk will remove it. This will come down in front of Clumsy Turn, but Badger Milk is going to take it above the crossbar along to the other side. Now has a potential shot towards net. That is still going to end up towards that goal line. Off the post, rolls up and in, and it's a 2-0 lead for the Comets.
Kendo unfortunately gets caught here in transition, panics into that one, and the way the Merc hitbox is structured, it's tough to get the front of the Merc on that because of the tall, narrow shape of the car. Ends up side flipping at that, dies perfectly for Badger Milk to keep it under control, and that'll do it. 2-0 lead now for the Comets.
3:50 left. Comets trying to put one more on the board. That's a shot that Goose has to come across goal mouth and make a nice save on. He does. Back out to mid. The pinch will send it into the Comets' corner. It'll pop out in front for Kendo. Merc on ball, and that's a goal. 2-1, and Goose with the assist.
Watch this from Kendo's perspective. Badger Milk chasing the ball into the corner, but doesn't give himself space to react to the potential of a bounce off the baseboard out back in front. Aggressively diving a ball in the corner like that, if it doesn't go the exact way you're expecting, leaves you on an island, and Kendo makes him pay.
Look at this. Kendo immediately comes back and ties the game with the individual effort. Deuces wild a minute and a half in.
The Comets are getting killed by these faceoffs right now. Kendo just picking up the ball on the cheat. The Comets have to know they're playing for that one. You need to adjust your faceoff when you know a team is going for these quick goals off the dead faceoff. Change the angle of attack when you come in for the challenge. Don't just go head on because of how many ways the ball can die off that.
That's a chance for Badger Milk going towards that blue net. Initial save coming out. So creep in front of that blue goal. Have taken control. Going to be Kendo. Goose left to his own devices and back, but he does survive to tell about it. Badger Milk and Goose go for a 50 on that side. It'll roll up the wall. Chance for Kendo. He'll bounce it down off the back. Might have an angle. It'll go just above him. Goose coming in. He'll put it far side, but well wide. Kendo going to have to be careful, but he'll lose possession towards the corner wall. That's a chance right in front and taken away. Still in the getting towards the halfway stages of this game, and both teams shown some flashes of brilliance in the offensive end. We'll see who is going to separate themselves from the pack.
Deuce is wild here, almost your favorite. 2:22 left in the game. Badger Milk's up. He's going to get it. No! Just a little bit too sharp on the drop, and it bounces high off the crossbar. Good look, though, for the Comets.
Back out to half. This will go around that corner. Comets lurking, trying to get a touch into the middle. And it'll be sent around that corner wall. Looking off the back. Touch there from Goose. Gets it at least back to the halfway line. Good clear. This will pop up in the air. Goose, odd trajectory to that ball. Didn't really have a lot of offensive momentum going towards it. Kendo will keep it at the halfway line. Chance far side. Goose there trying to force it out towards the halfway mark. Badger Milk slows it down. Pass into the middle. Shot at the net. Far side. Clumsy term. Knocks that one home. Beautiful passing play by the Comets.
You can see the Comets setting up for this one here. Badger Milk caresses it down, gets it under control, right across to his teammate Clumsy Term. Kendo jumps backwards into the net, not angled correctly to fly at that ball, and that's the reason it goes in, because otherwise he'll make contact with the ball. It just has to be pointed in the right direction before he takes off.
Towards the halfway line. This is a shot play that'll go towards the offensive corner from Kendo. Clumsy Term takes that slow dribble. Going over half, he's going to go around this, try to eke it towards the near side post. Kendo will interrupt. Goose waiting on the back line. He's at the near post. That's a dangerous spot for him to be in, but a really good challenge will negate that, and it will go up the sidewall. Minute 24, Clumsy Term, crossbar, and taken away. Kendo gets a save on that bar. It looks like the game was saying that was going to roll in, and Kendo with a very, very clutch defensive play to keep this at a 1-goal deficit. Looking, offensive chance, far side, and I think it was actually Badger Milk who waited a little bit too long to angle that towards the net.
Yeah, possibly Kendo. Oh, what a demo by Badger Milk. Won't matter, though, as Goose following that one up. Just want to catch Clumsy Term here in transition. You see him making a beeline towards the ball, gets stuck near post, circles around, but that leaves so much time for Goose to attack that ball. You have to make a decision to go out wider while you see your teammate ahead of you and give yourself space to react to the play after that demo occurs.
1 minute on the clock, 54 seconds exactly, with a 3-3 tie. The rest of the conference is wanting for the Comets to win this series. They need some goals. They need one more at least from the Comets in this game. Lightning definitely have the majority of that crowd rooting against them, but they will continue to fight. Kendo loses it out of his own corner. Chance in front. That's going to go on the far side. Badger Milk gives them the lead with 32 left.
Well, 32 seconds doesn't mean anything here. We saw the Lightning score with just 3, but Badger Milk splits the D as Goose and Kendo both challenge that one. It's not a great shot. If Goose just waits on that one, lets Kendo play in the corner for a little bit longer, he'll actually be able to come out and defend that one more effectively. Instead, they have to find an equalizer here with only seconds left on the clock.
I do see the change in the donation bar. We will address that after this game. There are standings at stake here. This is going to be out of the corner. Going to pop in front. Goose loses this. It's going to go in front of that Lightning net. Opportunities abound. Shot far side. It's Clumsy Term. That had a blue trail. An own goal is what they're going to call it. But it's 5-3 Comets.
I don't even know how this one happens here. Kendo awkwardly up out in front, and yes, Goose in the panic there puts it into the far corner of his own net. They need 2 and 11 seconds. I don't think that they can wizard up that kind of play. Oh, they tried as they might, goes backwards. That's going to do it. The Comets will take 2 on the hop, and the Lightning's chances at the wild card are starting to fade.
Let's get into the important part. Who had the $100 donation?
That was Cathexis and his family.
Oh,
So,
Cathexis,
MLE
Miss Cathexis, everybody from that family. That is a special, special group of people. Really, really love those guys. Thank you very, very much. And hats off to you and everybody else who has donated yet. We are just about halfway to our goal, guys. $456 on the slate, not counting things like bits, because we're paying attention to the Streamlabs version, and the Streamlabs is the most beneficial to those guys, those people in that area right now, because they can immediately go there. So please use the Streamlabs link. But thank you to the Cathexis family, and we continue on. The Comets doing what they need to keep everybody else in that conference alive.
Absolutely. The Lightning, for what it's worth, have been playing a really good series up to this point. They're starting to struggle a little bit, like we saw the Puffins for most of the season. Just have this little bit of mental lapse where they can't quite close the game out like they need to. And it's... I don't know if it's Kendo getting a little bit too over aggressive, if it's Goose not quite settled in on his nerves. But it always comes down to a slight misplay between either Goose or Kendo, and it ends up in the back of their net right now. They need to rein it in. They need to bring it under control and play the game that they're capable of playing.
Fair enough. Comets are in a position right now where they can get a series win with one more. Everybody in that conference bleeding a little bit of orange right now as the Lightning try to recover. Kendo, and I will say that Goose is handling himself very, very well in his debut.
I gotta agree with that one. I mean, a couple of goals, including the critical Game 1 equalizer to send it to OT. Now, they didn't win the game, but it's still something to be able to go into a situation like that where you need to score a goal to stay in the game and actually be able to pull it up. 4:33 left. Let's go towards the sidewall for Badger Milk. Trying to creep this near side. It ends up being a pass out to Clumsy. I gotta interrupt you, Curtis. Thank you, Mocket League. I never thought I would say those words because I never thought you guys would show up here, but a big thank you. $555 to put us at the donation goal from the friends of ours at Mocket League. We appreciate that. That will go to a great cause as Kendo will put the Lightning up on the board. 1-0 here, but that's not important at the moment.
No, not at all. Wow. A little bit of shock and awe. Thank you guys very, very much. That goes a long way to help those families in need out there in the Houston area for a really, really good cause. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That's insane. But that puts us well over our goal at the moment, but there's still plenty of time, guys. We have a goal. We had a goal of $1,000. That has been thrashed, but there is no goal as far as the amount to help those guys. They need as much as we can possibly give. So huge, huge thanks so far for the effort, and let's continue on. But we are tied up in a standings critical game. 1-1 a minute into this contest.
Yeah, Badger Milk actually doing a really good job getting the roof of his car to tip that back over both of the sprawling Lightning defenders. And in the time it took us to figure out that we got a huge donation from Mocket League, a couple of goals scored, and we're back at 1-1. So, you know what? Let's just say game on from this point here. Yeah,
back even again. Is that I was rendered speechless, which for those that know me, that doesn't happen very often. But huge, huge moment as this will be out of the corner. Popped into the mid, going off the sidewall into the Lightning ends. It'll creep along that midfield line. Clumsy Term going to be patient with this. Then he goes for an attack. Badger Milk has been demoed on his own back line. That may not matter, but a good job clearing his back lines as Kendo makes things happen. We are 2 minutes into game number 3. 2-0 lead in the series for the Comets. They may have one more. Badger Milk finds the area just under the crossbar to make it 2-1.
I'm on Kendo's camera for that play. He's boosting, trying to hover, almost looks like he's going to get that, and then Badger Milk just beats him to the punch, tips it over top of that Merc hitbox, drops under the bar. Nothing Goose knew about that one, but man, what a goal for the Comets. You can hear the cheers out of the Blizzard right now.
Yeah, absolutely. You can hear them all the way from here. 3-1. Badger Milk gets another one. He's got a hat trick with 3 minutes left.
Kendo trying for the kill, doesn't quite get the contact he wants, and Goose on the cheat up, doesn't react in time. Badger Milk right around him, out in front, open net, 3-1 Comets, and the Lightning are reeling here in Game 3.
Wow, it's a 2-goal deficit that the Lightning are going to have to try to overcome. This was not the kind of series that they expected to have. Kendo is going to take this over the halfway line, trying to make something happen with that red and blue Merc. The bump out of the way. Chance in front. Clumsy Term can't get great contact. Kendo gets a piece of it as he exits the zone, and Goose will get knocked well out of the way for the Comets to recover possession.
Kendo trying everything in his arsenal, the bumps, the demos, the physical play, just not quite working out for him right now as the timing just a little bit off on when he's trying to execute it. The last one there almost resulting in a goal for him on the solo effort, just didn't have the control of the ball to finish the job.
Oh, Goose with the whiff. That could be bad things coming. Badger Milk is going to go off the back. He's going to try to turn out, leave it for Clumsy Term, who does get contact towards a side wall. And then Badger Milk will get the forecheck back deep in. Sending it far side. Clumsy nowhere to be found. This will go far into the corner. Flying above the ball, Goose will do the same. Upcoming, Kendo. That 50 does not go his way. It'll bounce off the back. In front is going to be Clumsy should he decide to go for it, but the double commit could hurt. Pass out into the middle. going far side. Badger Milk tries the angle, and Goose is there to make a nice save. 3-1 still as we play with about 90 seconds left.
Good job by Goose to not panic, doesn't aggressively flip at the ball, just stays put, blocks that low part of the net, and is able to keep this one within reach for the Lightning here as they still chase it down by 2 goals. Make it 3.
Badger Milk, yep, absolutely. Drops it from the heavens. 4-1 with 1:22 to go.
Kendo unfortunately loses control of his dribble, flips it right into the nose of Badger Milk, who just has to loft it goalwards. Doesn't even have to follow that up. As the Lightning chase the game, they must do so from a further distance back. It's 4-1 Comets as they look to take a stranglehold on this series.
Approaching 80 seconds left. We are at the 82nd mark now. It's a 3-goal lead. Comets in firm position to take a series win. Blizzard somewhere in a viewing party cheering for this Comets squad as their playoff lives depend on this result. Going to go up the sidewall. Looking near side, a little bit of a dribble play in front. Clumsy will have to chase this down into his own end, but he concedes possession in his defensive corner so he can defend the goal line. Good pinch. Going off that corner wall. Looking off the side, chance for a defensive clear for Kendo. Not much doing. Goose looking for a tip play near side and a shot. That is a nice save as he rolls the post just about. And Badger Milk has an opportunity. That's an empty net. Looking for a dribble. They're all coming back to that blue side. It'll hit the ceiling. 22 seconds to go. 4-1 lead. And the Lightning really struggling offensively to get anything going consistent.
Yeah, really unfortunate for them right now. They're just losing control of the ball at the times when you need to have the most ability to keep it right next to your car, be able to win a 50-50, or at least try and put it in a spot where your teammate can help you play it. 4-1 will be the score. No, it's still alive. No, 4-1's the score here. Comets 3-0 in the series. 2 more games to go as the Lightning trying to stay alive in this race. You can hear the Sharks, you can hear the Blizzard as all of their playoff chances improve with every Comets win in this series.
Yep, and it's a 3-0 win. They had a 3-0 lead in the series. They have confirmed the series victory, but now it's on the Lightning to try to salvage a game out of this. And if I'm not mistaken, when you and I were talking, if the Comets get 5 wins, then the Blizzard are still alive. But if they get only 4, are they done?
I don't think the Blizzard are completely done if there is a single win for the Lightning. The Blizzard actually on 24-21 as of this week. The Lightning would be on 26-19 if it were a 1-4 for the Lightning. So the playoff hope's alive, but the problem for the Blizzard is the fact that the Jets and the Sharks are both still ahead of them in that hunt. They need to overhaul 3 teams, not just 2,
so they
to try and make it. They need help, but it starts with the Lightning losing here.
Okay, well, that'd be step 1 on their pedestal. Comets and Lightning doing battle into Game 4 as we get into it. But really good stuff from the Comets so far. That being said, Lightning and Goose specifically played very well. Kendo seems to be in a little bit of a desperate state right now, though, I'm noticing.
Yeah, it just seems like he's trying to play a little bit too much of that hard carry role. It is his last scheduled game for the season here, and it might be weighing a little bit on him, especially with the charity stream and everything like that, with a cause that he's really wanting to promote here. Just might be trying to do a little bit too much and needs to settle down, come back to the basics, and he'll start with
that's
that
a good
shot.
start. That's a very good start. 1-0 lead, 11 seconds in. Kendo gets him on the board.
You can see right there, Badger Milk goes out to challenge the ball, but he's slow and gets bumped by Goose. Kendo just has to be accurate with the shot, does so effectively, and it's a 1-0 lead now for the Lightning. But you've seen it before, Curtis. The Comets are really on fire right now with their shooting.
Yeah, their quick strike offense is really good right now. One thing that I want to mention as well, guys, we are at our donation goal, figuratively speaking, $1,031 raised for the American Red Cross. And Kendo looking for a raindrop. That's not going to go, but the Houston area still needs more of your help if you can give it. So please spam that donate link in chat. Every little bit helps towards that goal of getting those families' lives put back together. So thank you very much to those that donated and those that will donate in the future. But we are knee deep in a good series right now. Comets trying to tie up this game. A little bit of a mind game towards the goal line. Right in front. Clumsy Term's going to get it 1-1 as they even the game.
I can hear the Fs coming out in chat right now to pay respects to Goose on this one. Gets caught backwards here, turns around, puts it back towards his own net. Clumsy Term leapfrogging him like an Olympic hurdler. Just puts that in past the sprawling Kendo. 1-1 as the Lightning come undone.
I've started singing the Rob Zombie song. So, or no, that's not Rob Zombie. That's Slipknot. Sorry. That's going to be a shot going off the back wall. 3:54 left. Over the halfway line. Into the Comets corner. Sent towards the halfway. Clumsy is going to go far side. Badger Milk will turn away. And Clumsy will give chase. Badger Milk is retreating back to the halfway line. Thinks about coming in for that one. Goose is going to knock that one away from Clumsy. And the Lightning will have to recover possession in their own end. Double commit in the corner. Clumsy will turn and go for the front of the net, but it's taken away by Kendo, who then slows it down. 3:20 left in game 4. Goose will wait patiently, probably a little bit too patient, as he puts it up in the air, but he does recover possession of it. Kendo retreating back in his own end after a demo. He's coming in now. Good take. Trying to put this into the middle. Kendo keeps possession of it. Goose is lurking at the halfway line. Off the corner wall, another tap right in front. Goose is there, but a good defensive play from Clumsy initially. Goose will come out. Kendo comes in, loses possession, and Clumsy gets it back over the halfway line as we approach halftime in Game 4.
Losing possession is exactly the term I wanted to use for that one. The Lightning had pressure on, but they started to run themselves out of boost and started putting the ball into really awkward spots for the next player in the rotation to be able to play that. Both Goose and Kendo needing to be a little bit more controlled and thoughtful with their touches. They might have had a chance at cracking open the Comets' defense.
Going towards the sidewall. Looking out of the corner, Lightning trying to set something up. Much more of a defensive game, not nearly as many goals, and the Comets kind of being thwarted here on a lot of their offensive attempts.
And right now the Lightning, they've got that presence at midfield. They're able to bring the ball back in. The problem is once they get it in the orange side of the field, they can't really do anything with it as they just kind of lob it into places that they don't have a hope of following up on until this attempt here as Kendo finally gets the Comets out of position and jams it into the post.
And just a really, really good individual effort. Draws out the double commit on the wall and has all the time in the world to put that where he wants it. 2-1, and with a minute 47 to go, that's the Lightning's first lead in quite a while. So they will relish this for the time being as long as the Comets let it happen.
I think it was the Lightning's first lead since 40 seconds into the game.
Into this game?
Yeah, they scored first this game.
Oh, I thought the Comets scored first this game. My bad.
Negative
okay.
Ghost Rider.
Oh yeah, you're right. Okay, easy. Curtis missed the ball. Easy punt. Curtis punt. Okay, back to it as Badger Milk is going to go into the defensive corner. Comets setting things up, but they lose possession. Kendo forces the issue in that corner around that boost orb. Clumsy Term looking for contact. Goose is going to follow this up the wall, but he does not get there before Badger Milk. Kendo, accurate shot far side, and that is a save coming out from Clumsy Term. That Merc is really, really difficult sometimes to get an accurate shot on, especially from that angle. He's done very, very well a couple of different occasions of getting that to happen.
Well, the thing about Merc specialists is they understand those angles. They know where the power lies in that hitbox. It's an awkward shape, sure, but once you've learned to master, like any car in this game, once you understand the hitbox, once you understand the angles, it really throws people off when they're not expecting it because they're so used to things like the Octane, like the Dominus, like the Batmobile, the very familiar hitboxes that have very predictable, understood physical touches.
That'll go off the back wall in the Lightning end. We are 26 seconds away from possible Lightning first win in this series. Kendo trying to make something happen individually. Good challenge by Goose will get this back over the halfway line. Kendo, shot, bounce, scores! It makes it a 2-goal deficit with 11 seconds left. That may ice it for the Lightning.
Clumsy Term a little bit slow out to that one. Doesn't get the aerial as he has to cover a lot of ground. The Badger Milk in a spot. Ball coming right at him. Side flips out of the way. Feels bad, man. 3-1. The Comets must come back in 11 seconds, the Lightning will get one out of the series.
And that is not what the Blizzard, the Jets, and the Sharks want to hear. But that is what is going to happen. The Lightning take a game in the series. It'll be a 3-1 score at the series tally. One more game to come. You know what would really, really be bad for those three teams I just mentioned?
Another Lightning win.
A second Lightning win. Absolutely.
I will say this about the Sharks, and I was doing the math for them earlier today at their request, is that they must only match the Lightning record from this week. So a 2-3 is actually right up their alley, because that simply means playing the Lightning next week head-to-head, it is a win and in for both the Lightning and the Sharks for the wild card. So I love
those scenarios.
That sets up some juicy playoff scenarios for Week 10.
Juicy Week 10 MLD drama. Is there anything better?
No, there really isn't.
No.
Oh, I mean, unless it's a historic rivalry in the Dodgers and the Elite Week 10 winning in.
Yeah, okay.
That's the only way it's better.
Yeah, that's a fair point. You and I will have to connect and see if we can get our schedules matched up for that, because I would love to be casting that for sure. But we are just about ready for game number 5. This is a big game for the Lightning and a bigger game for everybody but the Comets in that particular area of the division standings. As we get underway, the Comets going to have first crack at the can here. First shot is in. Badger Milk with a recipient of a perfect pass, and it's 1-0.
Hold up. Fake kickoff. Misses the touch there. Doesn't matter because Kendo waits too long to come out to the ball, gets stuck looking for boost, and Badger Milk makes them pay. Comets 1, Lightning 0.
That's a huge, huge first goal to get for the Comets. Goose is going to try to retaliate by putting it over Clumsy Term. That's off the back. Goose, empty net. Oh, and he missed it. Badger Milk comes out. They're going to give him credit for a clear, not a save. That goes towards the Lightning net and feels bad for Goose and Kendo. It's 2-0.
Unfortunately, Goose can't cut the angle, and Kendo somehow gets read by Clumsy Term, reads the play really well, gets the Octane in front of that ball, deflecting it off the sideboards and in. Calculated 19 seconds. Comets looking to put this one away early.
Wow, 2-0 lead early for the Comets, and that is just what you want to see if you are the Comets, not what you want to see if you are the Lightning at this point, as they are fighting for their standings lives. 4:26 on the clock. Pops out for Goose. Goose going to try to get contact. Taken away by Clumsy. Going off the back. Up off the ceiling. It'll bounce down to the halfway line. Chance off the backboard, right in front for Clumsy Term, who turns back into it, shot on net, and Kendo comes across. They're going to give him credit for a save as he puts it off his own post.
You know what's really striking to me right now is that the Kendo in the Merc should be very, very good at challenging because of the extra height of the hitbox versus the Octane, is actually losing so many challenges right now because he's not angling his hitbox in a way to be able to block the ball at angles when he's being challenged. He just needs to change his approach to the ball and be seeing a lot more success in that department.
Another thing, too, from him, he's still attempting to do a little bit too much as it stands right now, as he had a chance to let Goose take that one out, tried to dribble it in front of his own net, albeit it worked this time. That's something that cannot continue.
Yeah, they really need to settle down. Goose, for what he's been doing, still feels like he's gripping the sticks on that controller a little bit too hard, and you can see it with his play, a little slow in the turns, couple of side flips here and there. Just needs to settle down. There's nothing to worry about on this one. Just got to play your game.
Oh, that's going to be a mistake. And that is Kendo who got into Goose. Goose can't make the second save. Clumsy Turn makes it a 3-0 lead.
Goose, unfortunately, with the endo, a little bit of an awkward hitbox on that one. Doesn't get the front of the car on it to tip it away. Hits the roof, dies in front of the net, and it doesn't help that Kendo's big Merc drops on him from the skies. And that'll be a 3-goal lead now for the Comets.
And we are 2 minutes into game number 5. This will be a shot or a chance for Goose to move it into the center. Badger Milk will take it away. Try to keep possession. Clumsy Term has to come out and challenge. Badger Milk will rotate back to goal line. Chance for Goose, but he puts it off the wrong part of the car. It'll go towards the far corner, and it remains a 3-0 lead. Looking off the sidewall. Long touch from Clumsy into the offensive end. He'll give chase. Bounce into the middle. That'll just go far side and bounce up. Hit the ceiling. Come down. Waiting there is Badger Milk. He'll put it off the back. Clumsy is there off the wheels. Looking for that post. And it goes in. And it had a little bit of help on the defensive end from the Lightning goaltender. And Kendo feels bad for him. 4-0.
Doesn't quite
get
out.
Goose.
Goose didn't really have to play at this one. It's Kendo as he comes out to try and play that off the backboard, actually more of the baseboard of the far wall of the arena. Pops out really far away from him, and it's hard to read that and get out effectively to challenge. When you're an attacker coming in, you see that, just have to win that 50-50, and it'll be on net almost every day.
2:11 left. Comets have done very, very well so far in this series. They continue to do that. Still a ton of time left. Trying to get something going. Goose will attack. Put this laterally off the wall. Chance for Clumsy looking near side. And the double commit on defense does turn out to save the ball as Goose will take possession. Into the corner. Tapping that towards his teammate. Clumsy puts it off the corner wall. It bounces off the ceiling. Getting it behind the oncoming Comets player is Kendo looking for something. Goose is there as well. They may have overextended. Kendo rotating back, and Comets taking all the time in the world to get it out. They have all the time in the world to work with.
Yeah, 4-0 lead. Don't need to do anything but keep this under control. Don't give the Lightning an option to try and pick off that quick face-off goal like they did in Game 1 to force OT. And I mean, it feels like a long way away from that game now, Curtis, where we've had so many close games to start the series, and as it's gone on, it seems like the desperation's crept into the Lightning as we've progressed, and they've gotten slowly worse in the way that they're touching the ball and making their decisions with it.
That'll be one that goes deep into the Lightning territory. Taking the angle, Clumsy, or actually Badger Milk puts it on the ground, and it's 5-0. They clinch this game, and a 4-1 in the series with 50 seconds left.
Goose, unfortunately, doesn't slow himself down enough as he turns in, boosts towards the ball, that little bit of momentum, pushing him past it as he makes the turn. Kendo, not much he could do with that one as it was well past him into the corner there. And the Lightning, a number of weeks now, they've just been falling down the standings after a really strong first half of the season. And now they face the prospect of having to win a significant series against the Sharks next week to have a chance at the playoffs.
Good challenge by Kendo there. 27 seconds left and getting into the final part of this, and a little bit of savagery by the Lightning defense as Badger Milk met the end of a demo. 15 on the clock. Kendo trying to do something here. Let's go towards the far side. Looking into the corner. Going to try to pop it into the middle. There's a chance it'll go towards the sidewall, and that is going to do it. The Comets walk away with a 3-2 series win, or 4-1 series win, as they took it to the Lightning from the onset. Huge congrats to those guys, and Lightning have some adjustments to make going into next week.
Yeah, and I just wonder if the gravity of the occasion kind of got to them there, and they just struggled a little bit with trying to make the play happen a little bit too hard, trying to force the play. And the Comets took full advantage of that. They were patient, they were accurate, but more importantly, they were calm. And in the face of all of the Lightning offense, all the demos, all of the dives in by Kendo to try and disrupt their play, they held firm. And they made sure that the Lightning never got anything out of that.
Yeah, that's exactly what they needed to do. Comets keep the hopes alive for a couple of other teams in that area, and they do really, really well against this Lightning team. But there is more to come. That was the second of our triple header on this Showdown Sunday on the ML Doubles Network. We are here for Hurricane Harvey relief. $1,041 has been raised on the ticker at the bottom of your screen so far, and hopefully more to come. Thank you guys so much for the support you've given so far, and just remember that everybody in that area needs your help regardless of what stream goal we have set. So if you can give anything, any amount of proceeds in that ticker bar go towards the Hurricane Harvey Relief Fund funded by the American Red Cross. So huge thanks to everybody. And we have the third game coming up. Jay, you got the teams over there for you?
Yeah, it'll be the Hurricanes. It will be Ace Pocket. Alongside him will be Cy Fry for the Hurricanes. And, nobody's going to be cheering for them today because, we're here because of a hurricane. and things like that. So easy bad jokes, but it's fine. The Flames are going to try and evaporate some of the rain coming through as Ray and Ninja Rebs look to try and clinch a playoff berth. It is going to be a difficult ask. I'm not sure if they can mathematically do it during the break. I'll try and crunch the numbers some more, but we will see how that one shakes out. The final game of our triple header here on Showdown Sunday in support of the American Red Cross for Hurricane Harvey relief. We'll be back with the final match right after this break.